So I've seen somebody go into Ralph's and buy booze and then sit like on a parking thing and drink it. And I was like,
well, I was having a bad day, Jen.
I'm like nervous because I know you so well. That's what I'm missing.
Is it weird that we're doing that weird look at him where we're like,
you look proud of me.
Look at you.
It's embarrassing.
We just don't want to fuck up.
No, you're great. You're the best. There's no one else I'd rather have on this thing. You're the best. I really mean it.
Well, there's certainly not two people that would be more in your corner.
I know. Kristin just tried to kiss you, I feel like.
This is the problem.
So proud
hit on
of
you
you
so many times.
Here's the problem that's happening. The show started. Here's what's happening.
Okay.
Here's the problem. Is
well,
you're giving me.
told him he's good looking like 14 times now.
But-
He looks cute.
No, but it's
See?
like.
That's 15.
But it's like sisterly, like
Yes.
it's
Yes.
like, which is also insulting because I can tell the vibe of like, oh, I would leave my husband for you. That's not what's happening. She's like, good for you. She's like,
No.
you guys are giving me vibes of, like if you have a little show. Like if I was Jimmy Fallon, you would be like, look at you. You think you're some big shot, huh? But because like this is me trying to do something, it's a little bit of like, oh, you know.
Oh, it's confusing. 'Cause I
I
feel like he's complimenting us that we're insulting him,
No,
kind of. So
no,
it's
this is
confusing,
right.
right?
This is my mom's sweet spot. I've got this. I can go back and forth on this. It's called the Terry two-step. I know what you're doing. It's like a weird like compliment, but also sort of slightly, just a little bit of a dig in the nicest
Criticism.
direction.
Wait, I don't feel like I complimented you at all here.
No, you haven't, but we've just been flying you.
I'm waiting for it.
All kinds of
Generally, it will
compliments.
come back to some version of a nice thing. I'm waiting.
No, I think you're brilliant, beautiful, amazing talents. I'm so happy to have you on this podcast.
Well,
called
we're
Almost
happy to
Alpha.
be here, and I won't talk about how cute you are or how proud I am of you anymore.
No, I love it, but I need it to be more like if I wasn't.
God, if I wasn't married, I'd bang you. I can't even say that.
I know.
This is Kristin. This is recorded. We'll cut that out.
My husband would not care. I promise. He'd be like, listen, arrangements can be made if you.
I better get Chargers tickets out of this or something. That's all he cares about. My husband would be like, you bang people?
Yeah. Wait a
You
minute.
gave that up years ago.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What kind of tomfoolery are we talking about?
Not cheated on, but cheated.
Poor Taylor.
But do you think? I mean, it's respectfully, we're in a business setting.
my
I gotta
God.
ask this question.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think if you said to one of your husbands, "Hey, I'm leaving you for Taylor," what do you think if you said it like with all sincerity?
I think
what do you think the
that
reaction
my
would be?
husband would immediately find you and say, here are my warnings for you. Things that you need to be aware of before you. And I would be on the sidelines like, what the, what?
It would be like a pet sitting instruction thing that he had.
It'd be like,
typed
and
out
here you
for
go,
you.
bro, but good luck and God love you.
Wow.
Like, I think there would be a warning coming your way. Not from him being like, I'm going to beat you up. More of like, saddle up, buddy.
What would the warning be?
Oh my God. You know what? So many red flags.
From me right now?
No, red flag behavior from me.
What's your red flags?
Oh my
to
God,
be
so many.
The man that you would leave your husband for.
The red flags from him, zero. My the things you would have to be worried about is like.
His red flags are gone. His red
No,
flags.
I have a red flag for your husband. We have a shared red flag for her husband. Like if somebody were taking him over for you.
Wait a minute, I'm getting confused on who's cheating on who here.
Okay,
Am I ending up with Taylor?
Am I dating your husband?
Okay.
Or you did? Don't.
Well-
I've got notes.
On every
If
end.
you do date her husband, don't mention that you like something or want something
Because he'll go get it.
immediately, and it won't be the exact thing. It'll just be
It
what
will be
he
the-
thinks is the thing.
Here's the thing. That sounds like, again, a Terry two-step. Like we're saying something nice, but we mean something mean. My husband, if you say, I happen to mention, hey, my crock pot's broken. God, how sexy is it? Is anybody staying on with us?
Yep.
Is anybody saying, yep? Okay, my crock pot's broken. For me, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
He went to CVS and bought one for $14, and then I was stuck with that sucker for 11 years. I guess you can see what I'm saying. See, that's why I'm a red flag. I'm never happy. That's why.
You look happy.
I'm happy in my discovery of myself and that she's laughing at my.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy because you were giving Collins red flag and turned it into a red flag for yourself. So you did exactly what
the Terry two-step, what I've been trained to do.
Terry two-step, this is some Midwest talk,
It's
huh?
my mom's name, and
Terry.
she loves to give a compliment that's not a compliment. It's wrapped in an insult.
By the way, this is not an attack. This is a sincere question. Are you allowed to just say a vocabulary term that only you know as if we should all know it and we all feel stupid forever not knowing?
No, I forgot that this is in our podcast.
Yes, because if you listen to our podcast, we use it weekly.
That's fair.
Not
everything is your podcast. We have this conversation. We're at coffee and you start talking. You think you're on the podcast.
Taylor?
You have an issue. You always think you're on the podcast.
I just said I'm full of red flags. What part of that wasn't transparent?
I have a lame flag I'm going to wave. I would be so sad if I left my husband or if he left me for you. Like,
Who's that an attack on more, you or me?
I don't want either one of us to leave.
You've just made this so real.
That was a Terry two-step upon me.
That was just a step. That was she just walked up.
I'd be so sad if I left my husband for you.
So literally what she just said.
There's no other way to put that.
I don't want to leave him for anybody.
Why didn't you just say that though? Why did you have to bring me into this in front of my child? In front of my child.
The child
She is so pissed off right now.
Yeah, she's thinking about reacting.
She is pissed.
Yeah. I don't want him to leave me for you either.
Tell her.
All right. Betty, you don't want Britt as your second
please don't
daddy.
Please don't use eyes.
Well, it's hard to get eye contact when one is going.
I know. She's not really looking at me. She's looking at Kristin like she's afraid a little bit. And okay, Betty, she looked at me. Okay. I don't want my husband to leave me for you guys.
I don't want to leave my husband. I just want to be alone. I don't want anybody else.
Interesting.
If it had to end ceremoniously, I would just shake hands and be like, I'm going to go be by myself.
And you get the kids. You say to him, you take the kids.
I think there should be a shared.
Oh, I'm trying to be helpful. You said you want to be left alone.
I have 100% responsibility. That's a lot to ask me.
I told my husband, no matter how much he hates me, he's got to white knuckle it through until like the kids are in college.
Meanwhile, she is the most doting husband I've ever met. This is like the dumbest.
He loves you.
But we did at one point when we were fighting, he like kept saying, we need to get a nanny. And I was like, you want one of those Russian nannies? Like we have people in our neighborhood with like hot nannies. I'm like, I see what's happening here.
They're all Russian?
Yeah. The nannies are.
Right.
I don't know what the
I wouldn't mind. That'd be fine by me. And I'd be like, do you do any extra work?
I did say I would let him have a Russian nanny if we could get an in-ground pool.
Yeah, and then
he's
That's
happy.
fair.
It does feel fair,
hand
right?
jobs from somebody.
From somebody. I feel like she's young too. And
enthusiastic.
eager.
I'm like, I don't want to see it on the receipt. I don't want it itemized. But if that can be a part of the deal, like it makes anniversaries a lot better for me. Just saying, marriage. Ooh,
it's
I'm
great.
learning a lot here. Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
Will you watch this?
Yes.
You know the alphabet song? Have you heard of this before? You've heard of this?
The one with all the letters in it?
The one with all the, will you just listen
okay.
for 20 seconds and tell me how you feel?
A, B, C, D, E,
Right?
F,
Normal,
G,
right?
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O,
no.
P, Q, R, S, T, U,
It's not done.
V, W, X, Y, Z.
Okay, you get it.
This
so
is like how I karaoke rap songs. I get off and then I just try to sell it at the right beat.
Yeah. That's how karaoke should be.
Right?
You shouldn't be like.
you shouldn't know this song ahead of time. That's a genius. I'm sorry.
No, I agree with you. I think karaoke should suck. And whenever somebody's up there and I'm like, you've rehearsed this, I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
That makes me
like
upset.
bringing
That's
your
like
own
cutting
pool
a cake
cue
wrong.
into a bar too. Bring your own stick, like.
Well, that's different.
Oh.
Wait, there's a lot of genius going on here. And thank you for,
We've
by the way,
been-
for like you started. I want to acknowledge how amazing you are. Why I want to marry you, because you started saying a genius thing, and then I started repeating it back to you, and then you went, "I agree with you, Taylor."
There we go.
This is exactly why I don't want to marry you, Taylor.
Okay, give me more reasons. You've given me 7 already why you would never marry me.
If this is the alphabet version that you use, then I cannot.
I use this every
some
day.
asshole tells me we have to go to this for some reason, I'm going to be furious.
This is why kids in America are fucked up these days.
If some 8-year-old comes in and sings this and goes, "This is the version we're singing now," I'm out.
You know where I
We're going to fight.
This wasn't something on Reddit I found. I found this because I was helping out with my little 2-year-old cousins.
No, absolutely not.
On like Zoom COVID time preschool.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the song that they had.
Though it wasn't bad enough, you're on Zoom, it's COVID, and then they got to fuck up the one song that we can all count on? Absolutely not. You know why this song sucks? Because somebody got lazy at the LMNOP. They think they had to slow it down and really jacked up the beat. You know what I mean?
I will
don't mess with the treasure that is the alphabet song.
Mm-hmm.
I thought LMNOP was a word for a long time.
I know, we all did. That's why they slowed it down.
Okay.
See what I mean? They're trying to make it easier to understand.
Now. Maybe they're onto something.
No.
Producer Josh, can you find out if there's a reason for this song?
I promise it's because kids were like, LMNOP. They think it's one letter.
That is the reason. Yeah, my wife is a speech pathologist, and she confirmed that is the reason.
Is this? Are you making this
No,
up?
I showed it to her yesterday.
Do you believe him? I don't believe it.
I believe him. I 100% do.
He's not flinching.
But then you have to change the beat.
How did you have that so fast? But so you know what it is? It's a little bit of maybe what happened is the guy who wrote. This is what I think. This is LA version of this. The guy who wrote "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" found out that these guys stole his hook. And they're like lawsuit. It was like Vanilla Ice Baby versus
ding, 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 ding,
right?
This is a parody. I see what you're doing.
They stole this.
Protected under parody law.
Mary Had a Little Lamb and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star got together. Is Mary Had a Little Lamb the same thing?
Please let them be like street, and they're coming in. They're like,
wait, Happy Birthday is the same thing.
There's the Happy Birthday guy. They're a gang.
I want to hear the Happy Birthday version of this song.
No, absolutely not. It's sung at like TGI Fridays.
But anyways, this made my skin crawl.
Yeah, of course, because you're a good person.
And I wanted to do that to the two of you.
I'm upset by this if you haven't.
And you seem sincerely angry, and I'm scared,
I'm just tired of things getting ruined.
Right. It's like doing a remake of The Honeymooners with Cedric the Entertainer.
I'm staying away from that. I'm not even going to look at you.
Is that who it was?
I'm not even going to look at you.
Did they do that?
I think so. Can you? I won't feel bad if that was the correct actor. I'll feel terrible if it's the wrong actor.
Cedric the Entertainer gets all the work, you guys.
Sure does.
But he's a great entertainer. Have you? But can I tell you? Have you?
The Entertainer.
I'm sorry.
Did you say he's a gray?
He's a great entertainer. I have addiction issues.
Oh, great.
I had to go to a speech pathologist.
Oh,
I did too.
Because you couldn't get LMNOP over Zoom, and now we got to fuck up the one song we can count on.
Did you really have to go to a speech pathologist?
She did.
I did, till I was in like the 6th grade.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I stopped in kindergarten.
What was your deal?
But I still need to. I should have kept going, truly.
I have a little bit of a lisp, and I think I sound great. What's the issue with you?
I couldn't say my R's. And if I have too many cocktails, I still can't say my R's.
Let's try this out. Can we get some cocktails in here?
Yes.
What's too many?
For me, probably 3 at this point. I'm not a good drinker anymore, so.
Can I tell you what I don't understand? I never drank in my whole life till I was like 33, and I still don't. I barely drank.
A stoner?
No, I never did anything.
Wow.
I'm weird. Hi. And I don't understand. This is not a bad joke. I don't understand what a drink means because people
like
go
a cocktail.
But what is like? How many drinks is a drink?
I'm
gonna need visual aid.
I really think it's all bullshit because, like, they say a beer, a shot, and a glass of wine are all the same, and I say it's absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because I could have like 2 glasses of wine, but I could not have 2 shots of anything. Like,
I love vodka.
I could not do it. I would.
Vodka makes me better.
Take my shirt off, fight someone.
Yeah. I mean, a cocktail is, a shot and a half of something. If the bartender's worth his salt, you get a little extra in there with a mixer. Then a drink, then a glass of wine is just a glass of wine, usually noted by the wine that you're drinking. I'm drinking a Cabernet, so you can sound classy while you have purple teeth.
Right.
And then there's just the shit that you drink to get wasted, which is anybody drinking a Long Island iced tea after the age of 28 has an issue.
Yeah.
Then they just go right to the hard stuff, which is like, I want a Manhattan or a On the Rocks, anything in the bourbon whiskey space. which means you probably have rosacea and you've been doing this a while.
Yeah, it means that you're also fine drinking vodka in a parking lot.
Which I am.
Out of a bag.
Right? As long as you're not driving.
Yeah, I was thinking about in a parking lot, why would I drink vodka? But I would be inside drinking vodka because I love martinis.
I've seen this before. So I've seen somebody go into Ralph's and buy booze and then sit like on a parking thing and drink it. And I was like,
well, I was having a bad day, Jen.
Sorry.
I
didn't use your name.
Do you buy, if I was an unhoused person and I asked you for alcohol, would you buy me some?
I see what's happening. Is this an intervention? Is this about me and my wine consumption? Because my husband and I are having a big argument over how many glasses of wine are in a bottle. And
depends on the pour.
It's 3.5.
That's what I'm saying by glass.
4, Jenny.
It's 4.
But how big is the glass though?
Usually
That's what I'm saying.
2-finger pour is what if you're buying the table a bottle of wine, you got to make sure that the people you're with aren't like knocking it back too fast. You know what I mean?
Think
they can't
5 people can split a bottle of wine.
Probably
adequately.
not 5, 4.
Maybe, yes.
4.
Because my brother was a bartender at an Olive Garden, I'll have you know, and he confirms it's 3.5. My husband thinks it's like 7. So I'm like, you think
to be
I have like
4 because you can have like a nice light pour. It shouldn't be over 2-finger pour. It's supposed to be just a gracious act of, and then the second bottle of wine needs to be garbage, and then you can really knock it back.
Wait, let me ask you. This is interesting. Serving sizes is an interesting thing to me. Can we show the video of the restaurant one?
Oh my God! Did we just tee that up
this
magically?
I'm curious how you would feel if you went to this restaurant.
I don't think I've.
Is she wearing a bra?
So this is one of these fancy things because they ran out of food, right? They're like, oh, we have chicken strips. What else are you gonna eat? Like, we've eaten everything. So this one, they give you spend too much money and they give you chocolate, and then you can smell it and taste it and rub it in, and then they pour a new thing. They go, you can.
Everything about this makes me want to barf.
They give you permission to. But there's more things. Like then they go they put more flavors. Here's some sugar and coffee so you can get the different flavoring.
Like, why would I pay for this when I can have this at home?
You're like, my kids do this every day.
This is what a 6th grader thinks. This is literally how 6th graders think food is. They're like, why do you need the plates?
This is my
Put
daughter.
It in my hands, man.
Like makes at-home skincare. This is exactly how she does it.
This is my 8th grader at every meal. And here's what you don't see in that video. Me off to the side going, stop wiping it on your goddamn pants.
Yeah.
What is that?
I can't even watch my husband eat wings.
This pisses me off in every
I'm sorry, I'm upsetting you. I don't mean to upset
you. That's
you know why?
weird.
Because some asshole is going to charge me $82 on a Sunday, put in my hands, and I'm supposed to lick my own fingers.
Yeah.
And they're all sitting back there going, what dummies?
Yes.
Do it.
It looks like an OnlyFans.
It does.
It feels
if
a
I'm
little
doing
fetishy.
this, I'm making money on the side.
Yeah.
If I'm licking my fingers, I want to hear little coins come in. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
Right.
God, you guys, I was in a good mood. Now I'm mad.
Show the video where they light her hands on fire. Do we have that one?
Oh my God. You know what? It's going to be out there.
we don't have that
Somebody is going to be like,
go back to that
next
Jason
level.
Statham video,
Let's
maybe.
flambe your fingers.
I have never bought a homeless person, an unhoused person, a drink, by the way.
Right.
I've given them granola bars, but I'm not giving them
I gave the dog food recently.
Oh, that's nice.
There was no dog there, but
you're the worst because if they eat that, it's very bad for them.
No, I gave they had a dog with them, and I gave them the fresh dog food I got for a dog.
They didn't have a dog.
That was a humor.
Oh, I get it.
It was a humor, and also it's human grade dog food. Also, I gave them the good
God,
stuff.
you are rich.
That's what you feed
I'm not
Betty?
rich. I'm not rich. I have a 4-pound Chihuahua.
Yeah.
So she can get the expensive stuff, and it's like
nice
cheap.
Very nice,
by the way.
Yeah, and then you're like, well, if there's a little left over, I've got my dinner.
Honestly, I thought about it. Like,
have you ever tasted it? Do you smell it?
I tasted. I made a silly video once. The saddest thing, I never released it, but I made like a sketch with my dog.
This could go big with the alphabet song and the licking your
Wait,
fingers.
tell me what to do.
No, I want to know. Did you try the humans can eat it dog food? And if you did, how did it taste?
So, I'm being really honest with you. I'm not doing silly bits. I'm not gonna lie for entertainment purposes. The food that I tried was the kibble.
Yep.
Oh.
Which not delicious.
Not delicious.
No, I'm worried about there being raw egg or something in it because raw eggs are supposed to be really good for dogs, like the shell and stuff.
Okay, wait a
For
minute.
real.
It's
Well,
pure
we're really
protein.
burying the lead. You're not going to taste the raw egg. You're going to taste the dog kibble that you put in your mouth.
Yeah, I just tasted the dog
Could you
kibble.
compare it to anything you've ever tasted before?
I had dog food earlier in my life.
Yeah, I've had some kibble before.
My kid was eating dog biscuits and I didn't know it for weeks.
Yeah.
And I kept going, God, can't give the dog too many treats. And he's like, they're my favorite cookies. And I was like, that's not
Yeah.
they're shaped like a bone. And you're 4. I feel like
And is he trying to
your
be
fault.
funny?
no. He's
Yeah.
Because the
They're-
mistake I made, 'cause
Nope.
my cousins have kids.
and you
then
ate
I,
it and
I'm
did it funny.
no, how dare you? I try to be. I'm trying to teach them humor because they don't like. They think I'm a genius. I taught them like, look over there, you steal a French fry. Like, and they're my cousins, the adult ones. They let me have it. Like,
Yeah. You're like,
I-
give this to Taylor.
I need it,
Yeah.
honestly. So I appreciate it. So anyways, but like I tried just being silly. I'm not trying to teach them bad habits. I've gotten in trouble a few times, but I was like, I feed the dog a dog biscuit. Then I'm like, do you want some? And then they see me smiling and they go, yeah. And then they start trying to eat it they think, and I'm like, don't do that.
So you basically taught him to say yes to cocaine, is what you taught him. You're like, when somebody
Peer pressure.
says, do you want to try this? You say yes and everyone will laugh. So
My
Yeah.
Uncle Bob got me to eat dog biscuits when I was a kid on purpose. Just
well, yeah,
he
because
thought it
that's
was
what's funny is when a
Yeah.
kid will actually do it.
But he
And-
did it for him, not for you.
He did it for him, and jokes on him. They were pretty good. They just tasted like dry animal crackers.
Yeah.
They were like the hearts.
That's the confusing
ones.
part. I
Yeah.
think Finn was like, hey, these taste pretty delicious. Actually, I don't know why they were confused. They looked like dog biscuits and he ate half a box, but he really enjoyed them while they were going down.
Well,
That's
we,
I don't know. He's had some behavior sense that I wonder if that's what, or if it's just 8th grade. I don't know.
Yeah, so I have the Just Food for Dogs brand like food too
Yeah.
that I didn't try, but like what weirds me out is like the weird meats in it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's not even.
It's not chicken leg.
No, man.
It's not Chick-fil-A.
You're eating like raccoon.
Yeah, but no, it's all like real animals. With respect to raccoons, the
they're
raccoon
real.
community.
They're real.
I apologize. I mean,
You're eating like pterodactyl. It's great.
I
Unicorn.
apologize. I apologize. Listen,
Betty deserves it.
listen. If you didn't have kids and you had a 4-pound dog
My
as
God.
dog, like if I had kids
Oh,
and I had a 4-pound dog, I'd probably still sell my house to have to
Yes.
feed her
Yes,
the best
because
stuff.
you're a good
you know?
person. Listen. We have 4 dogs at our
Yeah, and
house.
there's different sizes. You can't do that.
We discovered something at Thanksgiving. My husband and I are so dumb that everyone was like, it's weird. The Labrador is enormous. Like, she can barely stand. She's so fat.
she's pretty big.
And the other 3 look like they're starving. And we were like, yep, we can't figure it out. Can you do that math that quickly?
I just pictured it and I went, oh no.
Weeks. Of this.
Weeks of it.
Actually,
So
maybe
we-
months,
Yeah,
honestly.
Should we
the-
call it Humane Society? Or-
I think.
I mean, they've
so.
written very
I
strongly
mean,
worded letters about their conditions.
I don't know if the Labradoodles understand anything. They're pretty dumb, but
Yeah.
we got to intervene because she's enormous.
She's
Wow.
gorging herself, and the other ones are like, "May I just have a morsel?
Yeah,
Morsel of food, of human
they're
grade
eating
dog
like
food."
Yeah,
I heard that dogs are fair. Like if you have 3
Fuck no, they're not.
No.
Jesus.
I saw
What
some-
video did you see that?
Pull up the
on?
video where I said I don't know how
Dogs are fair. Oh, it's another thing we're ruining.
Oh no.
nope, they're not fair.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. No.
Wait,
Yeah,
but can I ask you this?
yeah,
You said that your brother worked at the Olive Garden.
yep.
I went on 3 dates during COVID. I peaked during COVID. All my stories are then with a woman, outdoor, classy style, no touchy, outdoor. So much fun.
Was
But
there like like the plastic in between?
I wish. I
Oh,
wish.
That would get
Mm.
nice and weird.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, Kristin. But she worked at Cheesecake Factory
Okay.
and like corporate, respectfully.
Fancy.
Okay.
Fancy.
And I'm just curious, like, I'm gonna share mine, but what did you like being the sibling of somebody in the Olive Garden family? I know everyone's family when you visit, but he's there, like he's like in the family.
Exactly.
Did you get? No, don't make jokes. Did you get?
I'm trying.
I know everyone gets extra. Okay, what's your joke? What's your joke? We're trying to have a serious conversation.
Okay,
But tell me your joke. Tell me your joke.
I don't have a joke.
You had a
I'm-
silly to share.
No, I'm just, it was delayed laugh at you saying when you're here, your family at the Olive Garden. I just thought it was very nice.
It's a beautiful thing. But did you get free meals? Like, it doesn't.
Breadsticks. Yes.
But everyone gets free breadsticks, right?
Oh, if you order a meal.
Is that true though? Like, can you just go in and say, "Can I get breadsticks?" and I'll think about it, and then walk out?
No.
No.
They bring it with the salad.
Yes.
You
do
tried
not.
this.
They do not preemptively bring you bread.
They can.
No.
They have the right to refuse service
To anyone.
You've been through this before.
Well,
It is a staple on our tour, perhaps.
I worked at a TGI
Oh,
Fridays.
excuse me. Okay.
I worked at
Okay.
Applebee's. I don't want
Yeah.
anyone to think we're getting highfalutin
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, nothing like in the Cheesecake Factory space.
No, too
That's-
big of a menu, hard server test.
Never would have passed that. No.
Mm-mm.
You worked at Cheesecake Factory?
No, I couldn't get in.
Oh, I'm
Applebee's
Menu was too hard.
TGI
I'm
Fridays.
sorry. I got overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Applebee's TGI Fridays. Let's keep it in the same Olive
Did you
Garden.
never wait tables?
I didn't wait tables.
Have
No
you never?
wonder You
I
never
worked
drank.
in customer service for a few years.
Okay,
I had some stuff go down.
like what?
I worked at a mailbox. Pronunciation. A mailboxes, etc.
That's a terrible
Ooh,
job.
Yep.
Adjacent place in high school for 3 years.
Adjacent? It wasn't even mailboxes,
The
etc.
Postal annex.
Oh shit, man! You're in the B grade of a mailbox joint.
That's basically the Applebee's.
Woo! Shit got real.
Gina Davis used to come in.
That's
Oh.
cool.
Oh, okay.
Well, I thought things were going better for her. I thought
You
she
know
could
what?
go mailbox.
To full circle everything, I saw one of the counselors from Intervention at a Mailboxes and More in Encino.
This is great.
How's that a
Right?
full circle?
I'll
Well,
go with
because
it.
we're talking about.
I was at the Olive Garden and I saw.
This guy went to. I was watching 90 Day Fiance,
Yeah.
and there's this guy Ed from the show who's very popular. His neck is
Thick neck.
missing.
What is that?
I think he had an injury or something.
I feel
or something
bad,
bad,
but
something
I'm
bad
like,
happened.
where
but
did
he's
your-
also a lot, you know. You
Yeah.
don't feel bad for someone, but then you hear them talk. And,
I know.
and then
I
you're
only
like,
feel bad for them if they have good personalities.
you know. But he went to a mailbox, etc. on the show. I just stopped watching 90 Day Fiance, Cold Turkey, by the way, because I got obsessed with it. And then I
Yeah.
would see, because I was behind. There's like next season 20 episodes.
Yeah, I
and
have
I'm just-
not watched that one, but I like Love Is Blind a lot.
I truly had
Okay.
to stop. But anyways, the mailboxes, etc. that he goes to, the guy behind the counter is the guy I went to high school with. He owns that
No.
mailbox, etc. I'm just saying.
He owns it, but
Wow.
you were at mailbox
Postal
adjacent.
It's called
Well, Gina
Mailbox.
Davis would come in all the time,
Good.
and Bill Paxton's parents came in, and
Wow.
Michelle
Like a
Williams, not
fancy
from
place.
Destiny's Child, the other one.
From
Her mom.
The
Dawson's
Blonde?
Creek.
Her mom came in,
Wow.
and some guy from Real World came in.
Wait, why do they all go to the
Del Mar, San Diego.
the
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
getting a cheap mailbox
Gina Davis.
annex.
Gina Davis. Oh, because you want to. The PO box experience versus the private mailbox experience is a different kind of thing. At a PO box, you can't receive FedEx or UPS shipments, and there's no way
We
to.
need a
He
receive-
knows
mailbox.
his shit, doesn't he?
We need a
He
mailbox.
knows everything.
I used to
that's
be able to hold.
adjacent
I have a PO box, by the way.
Okay.
With all I know, I
Oh.
go PO box because you
Okay.
can switch PO box to a street address and have it.
That's what we
sent
need.
there.
We need one of those because I've been giving out my real address, and I understand the problem with that, but we just haven't gotten one. So I've been
You
giving
can
out
use
my.
my PO box.
Okay, great.
Where else did you work besides
That's it.
mailboxes and more?
That's it.
That's the only other job you've ever
Well, you've
had.
been a
Years
working
in
comedian.
high school. Then I was like, I went to college and I became a comedian. Like I
Where'd you
I
go
peaked
to
at 20
school?
in career. Cal State Northridge.
You did?
Yeah.
I love Cal State Northridge. What are you talking about? You go up there. You want to talk about some good restaurants? You go up there. You got like the Yard House.
That's right. You've got BJ's Brew House. Yeah,
Freaking love. I used to work at BJ's, the restaurant. Thank you.
of course. Yeah.
It was always hard to tell people, I work at BJ's. I'm like, I bet you do. I did, and I made a lot of money
Okay.
at the restaurant.
There's
I
like
gave those other things out for free.
yeah, to the wrong people.
Yeah, to the wrong
Yeah,
people. Only
nope.
barbacks. Nobody that could help me.
Yeah. Same.
But can I tell you, I dated this woman who worked at Cheesecake Factory corporate.
Okay.
Can I tell you what
Yeah.
they're capable of?
Whoa.
You can be like, they get free meals to your house. And the brown bread, which you can buy at Ralph's now, but I broke up with her because I found out at
The
Ralph's.
brown bread
Oh,
is
I
the
love that.
You
best.
can get that at Ralph's
Yes,
now.
you can.
At the grocery stores, Kroger,
Wait.
Okay,
if you will.
so all of that's kind of predictable in terms
But
of.
she worked at Cheesecake Corporate, but you
Corporate.
guys went to an Olive
No,
Garden?
at her house.
Oh.
On her patio. She brought Cheesecake Factory to me. And I was just like, wow, is this the life I want to live?
When you
There's
said,
worse
let me
things.
tell you what Cheesecake Factory is capable of, I was thinking like murder, stalking.
I
like-
know. Conspiracy.
Yeah.
That's
if
someone else I
you-
dated.
You think they deliver food? You know
A
that
few other
Uber
days.
Eats is not that. It's been a thing. Are you sure that's not what's?
I have like 10 stories that just came to my head of scary people I've dated that did weird. You want to hear one?
Yes,
Yeah,
please. All of them.
please.
You could literally. This is our favorite thing.
Yes.
I hung out with this one young. My friend says don't say girl because that's not appropriate, respectful to women, right? But then I say woman, I feel like it's a little aggressive sometimes. Casually speaking, like I respect women, ladies, but I would say so. I almost said young woman, but that sounds like a 13-year-old.
That's where my head went.
So I stopped myself. She was like, I don't know. This is five years ago, and she's probably a couple years younger than me. So I was
And
like
you
18.
can't-
She was 16.
You can't call her a broad.
Right.
What about
Chick?
a gal?
Gal should work, but it seems like cheesy.
Sounds like you're trying too hard to just say the thing.
I dated some person, but the person's
feels like
open-ended
you're
and
open-ended. I'm like,
respectfully.
what are
Yeah,
we
you're-
doing?
It's okay. It's okay.
Whatever you're into, man.
My mom said to me, "I hope one day you meet a nice person."
Yeah, see, it seems like you're
Yeah, it's like she's
Terry
being supportive.
two-stepping there.
Right.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like, whatever you're into,
Yeah.
I accept.
Yeah,
That's
so,
nice.
And it's like what you want for other people, but not for yourself.
Right.
you
Right.
know? But she so this very adult young lady, woman.
Oh, that
That
nailed
sounds
it.
gross.
That
Sir.
nailed
She's
it.
very mature. She's 12, but she's very mature.
Oh God.
No, so adult.
Okay, so how old
So
was
she's
she
si-
when this happened?
I'm guessing I was 32 when she was 30 or 33 maybe. I always date a year older than me usually, so she's probably
Okay.
32,
Okay,
33.
all right.
This younger
All
woman.
respectable ages.
One hangout, maybe I think one hangout probably. And there's some stuff happened. Nothing that you can't show on Dawson's Creek. You know.
Okay, so
Okay.
but some physical stuff.
Some physical stuff, but nothing
kissy.
too respectful.
Respectful, like no,
Yeah.
like sorry, like Outer
Look at her
Banks shit.
prying for details. You
Dawson's
see?
Creek,
She's just-
Dawson's Creek, not Outer Banks.
Okay. Wait, is Outer Banks? Because my kid's watching it. Did I get the old not supposed to be doing that?
I've never
tell
seen.
me one thing and do another. Go ahead.
Yeah,
So
my
you're getting some Dawson's Creek action.
I understand. Betty was watching Cinemax, and she's like, "Don't worry, Taylor. It's just like
it's nothing.
It's nothing." I'm like, "I trust you."
Go,
I'm not gonna be
Betty.
a helicopter parent.
Betty's like, I really like the one where they're on an airline. Okay, so you go out with.
So I hung out
younger-
with her once, and then it was like nice to see. And then on her social media before we hung out again, she posted. She's an artist, or she does drawings. I don't know, whatever. I wouldn't be respectful because she's listening. I'm scared of getting murdered, you know. But she had drawings of things on her wall, and one of the drawings was me.
Ooh.
It's already right.
Yeah, I knew it was going
Was
there.
that like a cartoon, like you would get if you were at the promenade, or
Well,
was
to
it,
be fair, I sat there.
was it a nude?
To be fair, that the physical thing we did is she drew a picture of my face. I sat there for 3 hours and she drew my face.
No,
Not
that's-
true.
That's not true.
Yeah.
But so she drew without unsolicited. Also, by the way, she didn't tell me, "Hey, I drew a picture of you." She just on her post that I don't even know if I followed her. Whatever. I found it somehow. Whatever. So she had a drawing of me, and my head's cut off like a light bulb, kind of like you're
Hold on.
smart,
Your
kind of like.
head's cut off. Wait.
Yeah, I didn't think this through. I can
Oh
show you
my
a picture
God.
later. But it was like kind of like there's a light, like she's trying to say I'm smart. It was like
Oh.
but my head was cut
But
open.
you had not gone on the date yet.
This was after our
After
date.
your
Okay.
Dawson's Creek makeout session.
Right.
Okay, so then she's like, "You're really smart."
But it's on, but she posted here's some art I've done recently. It was that. Then it was people having sex that was not me, and it was like a vulgar but artistic drawing.
What makes it artistic instead of just vulgar?
It
She,
wasn't
like,
just
used
the
oil
filthy part.
pastels? She did some blending.
It was. I wish I could show it.
It was no. Let me handle this. No butt stuff.
Oh,
I think is that what you mean?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yeah. No.
That's what we determine is not vulgar.
I don't know.
I gotta spice things up.
But it was like a body on top of a body, and then
Several.
but it wasn't like all the nudity wasn't the purpose of it, but it was there.
Holy crap! Did she like send you like?
But it wasn't.
letters
But the
in
thing
blood?
that wasn't. I don't know which is better. That wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't the guy in the picture though.
Oh,
Was she the
Christ.
girl in the picture?
Probably
Did you go on another date with her?
no.
Okay.
And I found
Was
the
that
text
the thing?
recently. What's that?
Was that the?
Cheesecake Factory?
They'll show
Nah, I can't go to the Cheesecake Factory now. That's the other problem.
Yeah.
You're banned. Are you on a
I'm
list?
not banned, but it's more me. Like I don't want to go there.
I think we know what they're capable of at Cheesecake Factory.
They really are. They're able to deliver their food.
That's right. It's scary.
I don't want to
that
say
world.
anything too terrifying, but
Did you go to the Olive Garden with this stalker?
I wish.
is that your go-to first restaurant?
I
Did you
honestly
see
would
how
be
they-
down.
Do you see how they react? Because you're like, if she's a cool chick, she's gonna think this is kind of funny and kitschy, but there could be a part of her that's like, ugh, I'm gonna give you real Olive Garden ass after this.
I dare anyone to say they
give me a
don't like
break.
the Olive
If
Garden
somebody-
and mean it.
Give me a break. On a first date, somebody takes you to the Olive Garden and they're sort of being sincere about it. You don't think you're kind of like,
But what? So are you open if it's silly and fun?
if it's silly and fun, but I have to know that that this is kind of a joke.
But see, I talk to guys who get like Soho House membership, whatever.
Yeah, where
and,
are those?
Where are those?
I mean, I'm just asking for a friend.
I feel like you really want to stay with your husband, and you really don't.
No, I love my husband. We're
Say it in the camera.
lockstep.
Say it in the
We're in
camera.
love.
Who are you talking?
They
Colin, I
are.
love you.
They are in love.
Okay.
Just asking if you had a Soho House membership, what does that look like?
But you can't do that date one though. Date
No,
one,
that's
you take
too
her to Soho House.
fancy.
Then it's like, what do we do? Then every
Yeah, that's
date,
too fancy.
then you can't go to Olive Garden on the second date.
No, you can't. It's got
I-
to be a first date funny.
Yeah, I also, and this can explain a lot of my life, but if a guy was like, hey, let's get together, I'll buy you dinner, let's go to the Soho House, I would be like,
Oh, no.
you're really trying to show off or
Right.
something.
You're like, I'm going to have to put out.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
I would feel the pressure.
I think
If a
that
woman
first...
took me to, I just want to say for the record, if a woman invited me to Soho House on the first date, I'd be like, I'm not. You think I'm gonna sleep with you? You're disgusting. You're disgusting. I'm not a
into it.
floozy.
Yeah, yeah, right. You'd be like, treat me like a floozy. I want to be a floozy so bad. I'm
Like-
the opposite of a
yeah.
floozy. I'm in a very, like, I love my marriage. It's just very real. There's nothing about me that can be a floozy. We're very real. It's a very real marriage.
This episode's gonna be called "Kristin Loves Her Husband So Much."
I do love him.
I do too. Can I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
Is there anything alpha that you've done recently that you want to share with the class?
Oh boy. You know, I do so many alpha things
Sure.
that it's like hard to keep track
I
of them,
understand.
kind of. But I did, does any other party people out there go to Dollar Tree?
Oh, man.
Like,
You know what's funny? I go when I travel because it's very funny to me, and I'm like thinking I'm better than people. But then I realize I live a block away from one.
We all think we're better until we get in there. We're like, shit, that's the shampoo I use.
Yeah.
I
I
can buy this
know.
for
I
a
know.
buck
Like,
80.
They're smart. They're educated shoppers for
Yeah.
certain things. Why not?
That is exactly what travel toothpaste should be priced at.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Oh,
is
boy, here we go.
$1.25 now. I don't know if you guys know that,
This is
but
the elite talking. I apologize to all my listeners.
You're in
Yeah.
a
Watch
next
it.
level. Your listeners are like, what's a Dollar
It's
Tree? I don't
disgusting. I know.
understand. Like,
I
what-
did on our page one time. I was like, look at all the stuff I got at Dollar Tree. They're like, what's Dollar Tree? And then people messaged and were like, it's disgusting. Like, you should not go there.
It
really
depends. It depends on the
No,
one you
it
go.
doesn't. They're all pretty bad.
But
There's no
saving.
Dollar Tree in the Topanga Mall or like the
Right.
Beverly Center, and there's a reason.
I apologize to all my listeners who are watching.
Yep,
this.
I'm that
these
bitch.
references.
But I'm also at Dollar Tree like 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay.
And I do feel like people are not that friendly in there. So, you know, it like makes me be overly like
Yeah.
friendly. And I got stuck holding the door at Dollar
Oh, boy.
Tree because they don't have power doors there. It's like very brass
I'm
tacks.
learning a lot.
I held the door. And I want you to think about this for about 8 people. I really want you to think about the amount of time I spent holding the door. And there were like able bodied men who came through and thanked me and didn't like even make
Oh,
a
How
little
rude.
bit of an effort to grab the door
Just
for
because
me.
you're at the Dollar Tree doesn't mean you can't have manners.
So I went through this progression
They're
of
called
like,
manners, not womanners.
Manners.
So but the man should hold the door is what I'm saying. It's a manner. Thank you.
Well, there was like an older woman that went through,
Yeah.
another like older woman, a woman with a child, and then just like a bodybuilder dude
Bros.
went through, like just like I was
Like you work there.
like
your
I
job's to
worked
hold the
there,
door
was
open.
holding.
You're
so
a doorstop.
Exactly. So finally, I wanted to go in the store, so I did that. Like you know, you kind of toss the door.
Yeah.
and I tossed the door, and it flew back to close like so quickly on a guy that was walking in, and I was an asshole to him.
Good.
No, is that good?
The security camera footage for anyone who needs to know that shows you being a great human, a great American.
Thank you.
A great citizen, and at some point. There's a reason the oxygen mask falls onto your mouth, not your children's mouth.
Oh, man.
You got to take care of yourself first.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Something makes sense in there.
I just felt abused after a certain point of everybody just coming in. Because, you kind of fight. You should fight with people about holding the door. Like, oh, no, let me get it for you. I was really pissed, you guys. And
You do the right thing. I would have punched the person.
I hope he hurt his shoulder on that door.
Yeah. Elbows. Have you ever need to hit someone? I've learned that elbow's easier, and because you could break your knuckles.
Oh.
So you just go elbow.
Good to know.
Try it on your hand. It'll hurt.
Oh, sorry. Hit the mic.
Oh, careful. Don't break the microphone. We don't own it. We're renting space. I love that. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Kristin.
I feel better now.
I feel like I live my life in an alpha space.
Yeah.
Non-ironically.
But here's what's interesting. I am an alpha type personality.
Yeah.
But when shit hits the fan, or if there's a moment where there's like asserted dominance, I am the first one to like turtle. My you know how they say like you have like, what do you call them, fear responses or
trauma responses?
It's either fear, fawn, freeze, or flight.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a freeze. I literally know that about myself because, especially with road rage, which is one of my favorite moments of myself, because I can get so mad. Look, if you're a mom, you've spent a lot of your time in a Trader Joe's parking lot, and if you've spent a lot of time there, you're pissed off.
I'm a mom.
You're pissed off all the time because you're like, how do you think you're going to get in this parking space before I get out?
Right.
Do you think we're going to fit 2 cars in here, Jan? Back the fuck up. Let me have a minute. So then I'm like losing my mind. But if Jan comes at me, I go like this. I am the least alpha person. So I guess what that means is I'm all talk. I don't know. I've never like let it go so far to see if I would actually fight or do something more alpha. I'm far more passive than I recognize.
Opposite, which is interesting because it doesn't probably seem that way. No. But like, I called a woman a cunt in the Porto's parking lot right over here.
Yes.
Yeah, because she was mad that I left my door open too long and she was trying to pull into a spot.
This is what the show is about.
And she was like, oh, like making some reference to my hair being blonde. And I go, yeah. So I like did the roll down your window thing. And I go, fuck you, cunt.
And thank you for joining us on today's the alphabet song. And
was that too
happy
much?
Birthday song and happy.
And every time I drive by that Porto's, I think about that.
You need to go into Porto's because that's ruined for you. That's a really nice bakery.
I have not been in there since then.
Wow.
I've gotten takeout. But I was so mad that I went up to the valet and I go, you just saw what she did to me, right? She was wrong and I wasn't wrong, right? And he was like,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, I can I take back what I said earlier about that you weren't a jerk for swinging the door at the person?
Maybe I think
that was
passive aggressive.
That was malicious.
No, I think
it was aggressive.
Just aggressive.
I think you're a malicious person looking for reasons to hurt people.
Maybe.
Try the elbow thing on Kristin.
No.
Do you see what happened? I just turtled. I just did it.
I wouldn't. No. You have to. No. That woman was really rude. And I'm sure I was on my period or something.
Can I just share a story about Jen? Because this is how I know she's more alpha than me when it comes to a fight.
Yeah.
We were in New York. We were in a lobby of a hotel. We'd just flown all day. We had been at a show the night before. We were exhausted. We got in. Who knows what time it was, but I know that like the bars were like closing and we were sitting in the lobby trying to check in. And I didn't realize it, but like we were sitting in this lobby. We look exhausted. We're kind of like lounging and these 3 dudes sort of descend upon us. It never occurred to me that we might look like prostitutes, but we might have looked we were just sitting there and then we had our assistant with us and she
was really cute.
Really cute and she's like, so these guys come in to what I think Jen saw.
Had drinks.
They were making a move.
Yeah.
And they were they had an aggressive feeling to him and Jen just looked at him and goes, nope. Nope. You back the fuck off. You go the fuck away. And I was literally like, I don't know what's happening. And she just handled it. She's so like thug when she needs to get. Is it? Can I'm allowed to?
Wow.
Not allowed to say. I don't know. But
I've been on the receiving end of that before.
She used
From
your elbow.
me?
No, not from you. I went to Israel like when I was like 26, and I was like, maybe I should. I got invited to some like Purim party in New York, and it was like it was just a bunch of Jewish people. It's Jewish singles thing. And I was like, I guess I'll go, but maybe it's supposed to. I don't know. And then like I went up to go talk to a woman at a bar, which I haven't done since ever.
Oh God, it must be terrifying.
And I was like, hi, and she's like, I will not go on a date with you. She's Israeli. You might be Israeli.
I don't know.
They just let you know that they don't have time for it.
What I love about Israelis though is that they love and fight in the same way. Everything, whether they're fighting or they're loving you, there's this like enthusiastic aggression that makes me incredibly happy.
Wow.
You know, to your people, I say.
Thank you. Shalom.
Shalom. Are we allowed to say any of that?
You can't say shalom. Cut out the part where it says shalom.
I'm just saying.
Shalom means peace. We can't say that.
Given a woo woo.
How dare you say nice things about
you know,
people, Jewish people. So then I would say I was not alpha recently.
You were not.
If I may say. I was in New York City. I was walking in the street late at night. Did my show. A few mile walk to my hotel. That's what I like about New York. That's what you do in New York. You just walk.
Miles?
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel good about myself. You know, you have a good set, and you're like, I'm gonna go back to my hotel room and be sad and lonely and eating a bag of crackers, or, you know. So I'm gonna walk in and look around.
Good for you, Mary Tyler Moore.
Yes.
Look around.
Yes, and that's what I did. I wish I had a hat to throw.
Nice.
You know, someone might recognize me, like, hey, are you the guy from the show? We just saw 3 miles that way. You know?
You need a ride?
Right? Hey.
Like, why are you walking, sad guy? What are you doing?
So, but then I passed by an ice cream truck, and I was like, you know what? I'm trying not to eat 4 hours before I go to sleep because I get nightmares where I see demons coming at me, and I don't need that. Because then I heard one of the reasons is poor sleep hygiene, and on that list of poor sleep hygiene is don't eat 4 hours before you go to sleep. But I was like, you know what?
That's ridiculous.
I'll have some ice cream. So I pay. It's New York. It's like a kind of a sketchy ice cream truck, but a soft serve kind of deal.
Do they just put it in your hands?
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish. And
I think any place selling soft serve is sketchy.
I like
honestly,
it. I don't care.
But they didn't have prices, but they had all the different options, and they'll dip it. They had the things.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get the thing and the dip in the thing. I didn't ask the price. I think it's like 1 a.m. I'm just gonna go for it. You know what I mean? If it's $6, whatever.
How much?
But you know what I'm saying? Well, whatever. I'm by myself. I'm like
myself. Yeah.
Respect. I don't know. I can make bad choices. So I pay, and then I walk away, and then my phone gets the alert from Amex. You want to guess?
Oh my God!
If you tell me if it was like $45,
it's a normal ice cream cone, vanilla with a dip in chocolate.
$25.
No. How much?
Make a guess.
45.
$17.
Okay, I'm still mad.
So the alpha thing I did actually is I went back to him.
That's crazy.
I walked.
Making so much money.
I walked far enough away where it's weird that I walked back, honestly. But I was like, I'm gonna walk back. And I go, hey, man, this is crazy. And he goes, you know, buddy, if you want to pay, we don't even put an accent into it. It doesn't matter where he's
Yeah, what is it?
He was probably American, probably not. But
sounds like the probably really makes you thread the needle on that comment.
The problem we have on the show, producer Josh knows, is like, do I want to get canceled and sell at Madison Square Garden, but then you won't be friends with me anymore?
You're talking about being in New York. It's fair to say that guy running that shop was
probably fifth generation American.
Right.
And but his pushback to me was, if you want to pay cash, I can give you a refund and give you $2 back. And I'm like, how about $15 back, you maniac?
What kind of ice cream are you serving? It is 1 a.m. and probably everybody's hammered and they're like,
that's what it was.
It's
a
service charge. But holy
and
$17.
It's New York. Well, what would have been a reasonable price to you?
Honestly, like we're in LA with all this bullshit, like Pinkberry. Like if you say $6, I'd be like, yeah.
That feels right. $6 to $8.
It's still crazy.
What a markup.
But it's still like whatever. I mean, but
$17, I would have been like a French kiss needs to come with this. Like, I don't understand how I'm paying for this. Just ice cream with the dip.
You would want a French kiss
pay
this guy?
for a French kiss?
She loves her husband so much. Listen.
I get it for free
at
home.
The kind of math that I'm going to do is I'd pay up to $12 for the right ice cream, I think, especially in New York.
Well,
for the convenience of 1 a.m. too. Like,
okay, fine.
You're part of the problem.
I know
we are.
Thank you everyone for watching.
We're buzzed as we're walking.
You're part of the I'm done. I'm upset. The show's over.
Sorry.
A, B,
You have to
C.
Listen, I'm pretending to aggressively end the show because I'm mad at you, not because we're out of time and I have to pay if we go over time. So, Kristin and Jen, Kristin Hensley, Jen Smedley, brilliant comedians. IMOMSOHARD. Would we plug touring?
We're touring. You can go to IMOMSOHARD.com for all of our show dates.
Brilliant comedians. Check out all their stuff. Check out their comedy special on Amazon.
Books.
Books.
Amazon.
The best. Thank you for being
love
here. I adore you.
Having us.
Thank you for being here.
This was so fun.
Bye. She loves her husband.
Bye. She does.
Kind of. I do love him. I've just been married a long time.